Archie happens to have his own gingered shank redemption by meeting his very own Morgan Freeman. But the difference is, this one is Jack and young.
And that makes sense.
Yeah, right? Hello and welcome to Gingerdale. I'm so glad that we're here. So glad
Thank
that
you for
guys
having
could be
me.
Here. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have to make sure that I introduce you to my new co-host, Tatiana.
Hello.
Please tell the world about yourself.
I am Tatiana. I love watching shows that are stuck in the 50s and surviving the experience.
Wow. That was shade. So how long have you been a fan of Gingerdale?
Gingerdale.
Well, not Gingerdale. I mean Riverdale. Gingerdale is
But Gingerdale is the true name.
Yeah,
the true name.
Yeah.
No, I grew up reading Archie comics.
Okay.
And I was a huge fan of Betty. I saw myself in Betty Cooper. Yeah, now I don't. No, not this Betty Cooper. Sorry. I love you, Betty, but I don't see myself in
She's
in
like
that.
my spirit animal. No, Cheryl was my spirit animal.
Cheryl.
Was
Maybe
my
that one.
animal.
But no, I've been watching Riverdale from the beginning.
Okay.
Despite the more afterlife feel, I thought that it's a fun deviation.
Definitely.
And in this show, Veronica is my girl, which is not the case in the comics.
I do like that. I do like that. See,
Mm-hmm.
that's what makes it a little different. Seeing that, okay, it's like in this one, she's not really that much of who I'm connecting to. So who do you really connect with more than anyone else when it comes to the show?
On the show?
Yeah.
Well, definitely Veronica is my girl on the show, I think. And who else do I connect to? I connect to Josie because if I were going to be on this show, I would just show up for one scene and then promptly escape before anyone can kill me.
Never show back up.
Exactly.
That's it. Because, sure, I could be here, but I'm not going to.
I have better things to do off screen.
I get it. I'm not going to say no to you. In any way, I'm not going to say no because I agree with you. I would do the same. I'm someone that's like, well, do I have to really be here?
Right.
Because she definitely isn't most of the time. And it's a shame. She should learn to actually show up and actually participate like everyone else.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I would appreciate it if she did. I think, in fact, that's your problem. You know what? I want to get into that, but I'm going to wait.
We have to wait. We'll wait. Yeah. It's a spoiler. Spoilers for a future conversation.
Yeah. We're going to have another amazing conversation in just a bit. What we want to do is say hello to everyone in the room right now. We do see you, Toku Kid, Edward Sanchez, Ryan Infinity Thomas. If there's anyone else in the room, go ahead and say something, holler out. Once we see you, we'll say hello. So, with this show...
Yes.
Right now, we are entering into kind of different territory than anything we've entered into before. And it seems to be getting a lot darker, a lot more supernatural or mystical.
Mystical, yeah. Something's going on.
Mystical.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it is, but something is making something move, and I don't know what it is yet. Because I have theories.
Okay, well, I want to hear those theories.
Oh, you're going to.
Do you think that this is in any way related to Sabrina coming out? Or is this a separate?
Okay, I hope so. Because if we do and we stick with that, that would be beautiful. But if we don't, I know how they can pull out.
All right, okay.
So that's why I'm
like, how they're going to get out of that one.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know what? While they're trying to get out of stuff, we're going to get into this episode. So let's get right into this episode. So we start off the episode, Archie's in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still looking good.
Man, he flashes those impeccable abs and gets deloused.
Gets deloused? I did not know what was happening.
I didn't learn that until our producer actually informed me that he was getting deloused. I just thought it was like that granulated soap, or they were like, here's baby powder.
Yeah, no, I thought they wanted to make him glow in prison. Like, they were like, we can't let you lose your shine, Archie.
No, because
here
they're
you
like,
go.
Here, Archie, we gotta make sure we protect you. And those abs.
Those abs. It's a problem. It's a problem. Like, he's too young for me, but when I see the abs, I don't feel that way.
He's supposed to be 15 or 16.
Yeah, it's so wrong. It's so wrong. Why did you say that? Why did you remind me?
15-year-old that looks like that in the world.
That's fine. No.
Genetically enhanced. Literally. They're
unacceptable.
Like, we need to make him look great and need to make sure he has no soul. How can we do this? And that's what they made him. So that's what happened. But my God, it's Anyway, moving further into the show.
Right. That's where it ended. That was the entire episode,
That's the whole episode. We just got to see Archie's abs, and I was like,
Yeah,
television.
I lost all the plot.
Yeah,
but that's okay. So did Riverdale.
We move on the show, and I think we did run into a little bit of an issue with Betty. And we got to see that. Well, she's apparently her seizures are stress induced.
Stress induced.
Yeah. I feel that stress is called Molly, but I don't know if that's true.
Molly.
I don't know.
I was to say the stress is called Evelyn. Like maybe the stress of seeing this strange new character, Chick 2.0. Like, hello, here I am, causing you stress.
Well, could be, but she didn't know her that time.
No, she didn't know.
So she just walked in. She saw floating babies, and she just passed out.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, maybe that was hallucination. Because, I mean, sometimes, I don't know, if you guys have ever been on Molly, who knows? I don't know. I'm hearing this from people. I don't know myself. But when people get on it, they can see
sure.
Maybe that's what
Of course,
happened.
for a split second, I really thought they were burning babies. So I was like, it's Riverdale. I'm sure they would burn babies. I'm sure.
Wait, are people burning babies? It's Riverdale. Oh.
But then she had the seizure, and I was like, okay, never mind.
Well, never mind. Yeah, it was like, okay.
It's not real.
Once that baby started to float, I was like, well, all right, here we are. We're going full tilt, and I am ready for it. I don't care what happens. But from there, we get some important news. We find out that Dilton is dead.
Yeah, I was surprised that he just died off screen. Like, we saw his body there, but I thought he was going to pull through.
I did.
Yeah.
But the thing is, off-camera death doesn't mean it actually happened.
Right, exactly. He's coming back. He's coming back.
He's dead. Blah, blah,
he reincarnated into the
cargo. Who knows? He's now the new cargo. No, but Dilton's dead, and it's a shame because I enjoyed seeing him and saying how weird he is to me. Because he is a weird guy.
He's a weirdo. He's been a weirdo since day one.
Yeah. Like when he was on last week and he was just standing by himself while everybody was at the pool, and he's like, I was like, what are you doing there? What's going on? Just so that, Jughead can chase you. I don't know. But meanwhile, while that's happening, Archie meets his bunkmate.
Yes.
His bunkie.
Morgan Freeman.
That's right. Mad Dog Morgan Freeman. And the dude is jacked.
He was.
Right?
Yeah. I wonder how long he'd been there, like what his exercise routine was.
Yeah, I wonder what he was in for. Like, you look at me, you want to ask the question, what are you in for? He's like, but it's juvie, so what? I don't know.
Juvie, but then when he gets out, he's doing 20 more years. Like, what is that?
That's right.
What did he do?
Dude, what did you do? Mad Dog, I don't know, man. But he found like something, some semblance of I'm going to be a good person. Because now he's like, I'm reading books and I'm giving,
doling out advice to young gingers.
That's what you do, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you do. You're like, well, I have to give you, I can't do a good Morgan Freeman. I'm not going to try.
I would not even attempt it. But
okay, you said you insist. Andy Dufresne was a very special man.
What?
I don't know what he did, but I don't like him.
That was your Morgan Freeman?
It wasn't. I don't know what it was. I don't know. Mad Dog's even mad at me. Look at this.
Yeah, like he thinks you're crazy.
Are you serious,
He's like,
man?
no.
Are you serious? All right, I'm gonna stop. But anyway, so we see him and we kind of already get. Here goes our Ginger Shank redemption. We know exactly what's happening. We also know that Gingerdale exists outside of time, apparently. And
outside the time-space continuum. It really does. They had their little batons going on. I don't know what was happening with those police officers.
But I was like, I do love it. I do love it because it brings some kind of feel to the show where it's like we can go anywhere with this. We can go modern or we can go back. And usually when we go back, everything just seems so much better, so much different. So I love it. I don't mind going back in time. We did actually meet the warden. Now, this is the thing with the warden for me. So, ideally, I mean, literally it is Shawshank Redemption. He looks over, he sees the Shakespeare quote, and he tells him, do you know what that means? And he tells him, well, it means that you had a choice, and you made a choice to be here. So, blah, blah, yada, yada. I understand you like music. You can go ahead and blah, blah. Like,
that was such a weird moment, by the way, when he was like, aside from killing people, you also like music.
Yes. I heard you like music. Like music. Oh, you do. Like, he's playing with him after that. He's like, who's the murderer who likes music? It's you. Oh, you're so cute.
I really thought it was going to lead to another musical number, companion musical number for Archie.
I thought it was going to be one of those where to escape from everything, a la freaking Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
He sings in his head. I was like, oh God, we're not going to have a backdoor musical, please. No. No, I have to recover from the last one. Let's not do this right now. I was blown away, but also hurt at the same time.
You were hurt at the same time.
I wasn't. Some moments I loved it, and other moments I was like, "What is this?"
It made me go check out Carrie the Musical, though.
Yeah, it did.
That,
it did. So congratulations. Thank you guys for making us go the right way. We also found out that we get to see a new person who's been gone for a while, actually.
That's right.
And that
Surprise
was
appearance.
Joaquin
Oh my God,
was in jail.
Joaquin!
Yeah,
You're so right.
That's right.
Oh my God.
I knew I was going to get you.
I was like,
because you thought I was going to go.
No, I thought you were going elsewhere, but no, you were right.
I had to go Joaquin first. We got Joaquin and his eyes.
He is. You know what? He is a beautiful man. But he was not being beautiful this episode.
What are you talking about? Look at those eyes. You can't be. You cannot.
But
be beautiful,
the inside ugliness came out.
I felt like it was Prince talking to me, but also Drake at the same time.
Drake.
Like, I don't know why. I just like whatever you say, Joaquin. I am so in for this. What? You want me to shake my roommate? I'll do it. Okay. Shoes, I'll do it for shoes. I'll strangle him. Like, I don't know, whatever he's doing.
Unfortunately, Archie was not of your ilk.
No, he wasn't. Archie, he's a stronger man than me. I'll give up for eyes. But from there, we get the whole thing where Joaquin pretty much tells him, these are the rules of the land. You're going to have to do this, and you're going to have to beat up a ghoulie. If you don't beat up a ghoulie, no one can protect you.
Right.
So you're going to have to do that and be ready for it. And Archie's like, well, I don't know. Always trying to think of a way out of it because Archie's a great guy to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he could have gone over and just done like a light little tap, but instead, no, he stood his ground. He tried to make a, empathetic plea.
An empathetic plea.
But
okay, so the question is, would you, you're in prison.
I'm in prison.
You're showing up there. It's orange is the new black. And so once you walk in, all this is happening. Do you say, sure, I'll shiv a ghoulie?
No, I can't. I wouldn't do it. I'd be too... I'm like terrified to like take any action whatsoever. So I'd be like, I'm scared to say no to you, but I'm also scared to say yes to you. So I will just sing a song. That's what I would sing a song.
They would immediately stab you. They're like, so do that. You're like, somewhere
over the rainbow, exactly. But then I get to go to the hospital. Providing I survive, I go to the hospital. It'll be great.
Well, provided you survive, right there.
Exactly. I wasn't cut out for this.
One thing thugs don't like is anything that's not West Side Story. So,
it would be West Side Story. It would be I Feel Pretty, of course. Of course.
Fine.
And then they could all join in.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You're like, I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. They're like,
yeah.
Pretty and witty and bright. Yeah.
And then some of them would say gay instead of bright, and then be another fight would break out, but I wouldn't be part of it.
Hey.
Yeah.
And then you just sneak
away.
And then you're like, day one.
All planned out. Complete.
That continues for the rest of the time.
Exactly.
That would be the problem, though. I wonder, I don't know if I would survive in prison. I don't know if I would. Because I like to talk to people. I like jokes and blah, blah, but actually, the truth of the matter is, I am a guy that's like, well, I have to do what I have to do. I would shiv someone.
You would shiv someone?
I would.
You do it for the baby blues.
I would.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, whatever you told me to do, I'm going to do it. All right, fine. Whatever. And, it's like, did I do good, Joaquin? That's what I would say in the end. And he'd tell me yes.
Joaquin was arrested on riot night, right? That's how he got in jail.
That's what he said. Yeah. That was interesting. I was like, okay, Joaquin. All right. I may have to add him to the... Truant.
Yeah, he's gonna be truant now.
Oh, he's truant. So just
mild spoiler.
FYI, he was truant. But also, besides that, let's do it. We're already gonna talk about it. So
speaking of truant,
we have a new game here in Gingerdale, which we like to play, which is called, we call it TAT.
Yep.
But it's truant, absent. No, I'm sorry.
Well, tardy, absent.
Tardy, absent, truant. All right? So, truant means that pretty much you are not, there's no hide nor hair of you on the episode. And yet, there should be, because you're a student. Or a teacher. Right. Or a doctor. Or someone that's important. And somehow, they have been in or around your office or whatever you do. And yet, you are not on the show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. That's the Pussycat Dolls. The Pussycat Dolls, unfortunately, they are on the truant list today because we did not see them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And we haven't seen them since I don't even know when.
Yeah,
halfway through
exactly.
season 2? Like, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah.
We're not going to
They
see
still
them for
go
a
to
while.
this school. Just because they don't sing their one line with Josie does not mean that they don't exist as people.
That may be it. They're just like, oh, you guys don't want to perform? You stay in the back in the bungalows. And they keep them in there.
Or they're like, I'm sorry, you were on a Pussycat scholarship?
Yeah, oh,
and
yeah.
now that you are
Now
not
that
with Josie?
And now that you're not entertaining me, I don't know what I'm going to do, kids.
Yeah, you had to
I
go
don't
to the
know.
ruins of Southside High. You don't even get to go to the actual
No one
school
teaches
anymore.
you. They still can go there. And they're like, what's going on? Someone will teach you.
If you just wait long enough, someone will come by.
Teacher? I don't know. So afraid. Well, I was going to say what else was truant, which they just showed the picture of, which is, you pointed this out, the obsession.
Yes, Cheryl's obsession with Josie was most definitely truant. There was one or two episodes where it was revealed that instead of being Chuck,
Yes.
it was actually Josie who was like cutting up, or it was actually Cheryl cutting up like little dolls of
And
Josie
the
or
heart
whatever.
and everything?
Yeah,
All of that.
in total creepiness. But then the
God.
next time that Cheryl has a big storyline, it's actually, well, I like women, but the woman I like this time is Tony, not Josie.
Yes.
So I guess off screen she just realized that it was just not going to work out.
Yeah, and it was like, look, I'm going to go for my favorite absent person.
Yes.
And that's where we go into the absent portion, guys. And the absent portion definitely is for, well, you're not there, but you're mentioned.
Yeah.
So you're absent. And definitely to be absent, we're going to go into Tony Topaz. Tony Topaz, unfortunately, was mentioned in the episode. How was she mentioned?
She was mentioned on an epic road trip with Cheryl, where they got fake IDs, apparently. It was so epic, it could not be shown on Riverdale.
It couldn't contain it.
Exactly.
It was so epic it couldn't contain it. Just as epic as Larry Newbill's super chat. Shout out to you, Larry Newbill. That's a gimmick infringement. Wait, what's a gimmick infringement? I need to know. I don't know.
Explain it to us.
Yes, you tell me exactly what is a gimmick infringement, and I will agree or disagree, especially if it's mine. Next with absent also, I forgot about that. We did show it up there. Paulie's kids.
That's right, Polly's children. After not being thrown in the air or burned, apparently, they were supposedly fine. But did we get proof of that? No.
Not at all.
If I were Betty, I would have been like, can I see the children? Can I be sure that nothing happened to them?
I feel so horrible. I probably scared and scarred the kids.
Right,
Can I
exactly.
see them real quick?
Exactly. Can I say, hi,
yeah.
I'm okay, guys? You know?
Anything,
And you're okay?
anything. Yeah. Could you just let me know everything's okay? No, you're not gonna let me know. You know why? Because you took those flying babies and now they're Hancock in Paris or something. I don't know. Save the children.
It's concerning. It's concerning.
I don't know.
CPS,
Just
please.
let me
Please
know.
come visit.
You know what I'm saying? Let me know. If you have mutant kids, I just want to. That's all. And last but not least, Tardy.
Tardy.
Now, Tardy means you had barely any screen time on the show, but you did show up to fulfill your SAG-required moments. We appreciate them.
Yes.
And today, as far as who was Tardy,
Josie. Josie was tardy, and though her...
pardon me. I'm dying.
You all right there?
Oh my God.
But yeah, although her performance with Veronica and Cheryl was one of the standout moments of the episode.
Yes.
It was very
yes.
exciting to see.
Yeah, so that was interesting.
It's
She did
interesting.
something. She sung for a moment.
Yeah.
She had like a few bars, and that's my, dad.
She got them going, right?
Yeah, I felt it.
Yeah.
So I loved it. Oh, look at that. Hasbro Power Rangers. I love your new co-host.
Thank you. I love you.
Aww. See,
And Hasbro Power Rangers.
there you go. Love everywhere, guys. It's in the air. So, yes, we did have that. We also, of course, had Reggie, who was just a moment he showed up. And he showed up just to talk about football for a second.
And be,
And then
there for
also-
the team or whatever.
Yeah, and pretty much letting us know that he's ready to.
Yeah,
take
he's making
over.
some eyes at Veronica. I see him, and I'm not here for that. You stay away, Reggie. You may have her in real life, I think.
But yeah, I think so.
Not in,
Something
not in fictional life.
Yeah, it's not happening, buddy. Keep your hands off. And then after that, who else do we have? We have, Polly.
Oh
did
yes,
show up
Polly.
for a
That's right.
minute.
She was there
She showed
to
up to-
pretend like she did not burn her children.
And then also, if she could in any way try to snitch on her sister. Yeah, I'm killing your drugs. That's what you have to seizure your drugs. I was like, man, shut up. Like, I hate you so much.
You hate Polly?
I do. At moments, I hate her so much.
Oh,
You
no.
don't care about your kids. You're just a bad person. And then last but not least, to round up the last people that were tardy for class, Ethel.
Ethel, that's right. After a prolonged absence where she was creepy in the musical.
Dude, come on. Well, we thought maybe she may have been a murderer. Now all of a sudden, here she comes.
Yeah.
Brolic is I don't know what.
Back to be creepy about D&D games.
I don't know. So that's going on with our new game of Tat. That's tardy, absent, and truant. So you'll tune in next week to find out exactly what's going on there as far as who is tardy, absent, and truant. But one thing, because you did touch on creepy, there's one creepy person that was on this episode, and I've got to discuss it.
All right,
because
tell me.
I don't understand how crooked he is. As far as anyone gives him money, he'll tell you everything about an autopsy. And that's Dr.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh my God.
What a weirdo.
Our favorite, most likely, definite necrophiliac.
Oh,
I
no.
love the fact that he showed up. But he's creepy.
He is
very
creepy. He is creepy. You could probably do a whole spin-off series about him and his necrophilia.
I don't want to do
I don't want to watch that, but...
Because it's not going to be a good show.
It's going to be
him, and he's like, next? No!
It'd be on like Skinemax.
Skinemax, it would. He's like, look who came in today. No!
I don't want to look.
Yeah, right? Every story would be, I wasn't dead yet. It would just be horrible. So he gives us a toxicology report and gives us a little bit of a breakdown, which is okay. Now we know, what happened, and was it poison, was it this, was it that, and what was going on with the blue lips.
Oh yeah,
so
that's right. And it's like more evil than ever before. He's like, this season is even more evil.
That's literally what he said. Even though he didn't say season, that's exactly what he meant.
That's what he meant.
He's like, this is worse than Jason. This is dangerous. This season,
this case,
is
serial
far
murder.
more evil than anything before.
Yeah, that makes me feel like it's him. Like he wants to have that title of most
God,
evil.
What if it is?
I don't know.
Okay, I like
the blue lips because necrophilia, right?
He's like, I need them to look good. So that could be it.
Thank you. You can pay me now, Riverdale writers.
We're doing great. We're doing great for you guys. So we move on, and we do see that, Archie gets his butt handed to him by the ghoulies.
Yeah.
Because of the shoes. And, it's always about shoes, guys.
It is. That's what you go to prison to steal.
Yeah, because no one trades cigarettes anymore. Everyone trades shoes. That's what they want. Oh, you got the new J's? And they go for it. So that's what they want. Even though they issue your shoes in jail. So, but this is juvie. This is juvie. It's different.
Yeah, it's a whole different ballgame.
I gotta keep it in
Apparently,
there.
yeah.
You came in styling and high profiling, and they saw you. They're like, "Oh yeah, hype beast," and they took your shoes. So that's what happens. So guys, remember, don't wear cool shoes in jail.
Unless you have a ride or die girl like Veronica who will keep you supplied with a fresh pair.
That's right. So you're like, I can give them to everyone.
Exactly. You should have brought shoes for everyone.
That would have been better.
That would have solved everyone's problems.
And it would have counted as a donation. So that's money as far as like,
and how could her dad say no to that?
Why are we not here on the head writer?
I don't know.
Writers, are you paying attention? Because we just solved the problem for you. There it goes.
They don't want to solve problems, though. They want to create new ones.
We want more problems and we want more questions and walk away with it. Like another question was, who was this new girl from Forever Ever or whatever? Her name is Evelyn?
Yeah, she's the daughter of the farm leader? How she is?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm sitting there like, what? And then, so she shows up, and we're kind of like, okay, well, this is a weird chick. But it was just a hello to Betty at that point.
Yeah, where she shows up, seizures follow.
That's what we did get the connection. If you guys didn't see it, definitely it was given to you right there.
Because she was there when Betty had the seizure in the previous episode.
She tells Betty.
Yeah.
She told him, "Oh yeah, I was there. Mama, we were just having a good old cookout."
Right. That's right.
That's right. And I was
something's out there.
And Betty, you're a journalist, but you don't ask questions.
Right. And look at that face. The face that she's making when she says that.
Look at her. That automatically says, "I'm a liar."
Yeah, exactly. I'm suspicious.
Yeah. Hands on her face. And she's telling them.
Telltale signs.
There you go. You're a liar, and I got you. I got your number. That's it. That's what I would have said. But moving on with people that have other people's numbers, Kevin.
Oh, that's right.
Now, Kevin and Moose. Kevin is trying to secretly break that bet that they have, but not break it. So like his whole thing about that. And then he sees Kevin, and he's like, "Oh, maybe we can hang out a little bit, blah blah." And Moose is like, "Dude, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be kind of busy. I've got to, And he's like,
ROTC.
"Oh, well, yeah, you got ROTC. I gotta go right now. This guy is calling me." And he's like, "Oh, okay, well, just whatever." whatever. Like,
Kevin is very hurt by this behavior.
Kevin was like, yo, I want some D. What am I D for? Like,
and he wants it, where everyone can see it.
It
doesn't count if it's happening.
It's like that commercial. It's like that. This may be regional, but it's like, I want my money and I want it now. That's how he was about it.
With
like,
the D.
I want the D and I want it now. And sorry, Moose is busy, man. Yeah. Priorities, Kevin.
But there is something to be said for the fact that obviously Kevin feels like he's being shoved in the closet.
That's very true. That is very true. Because later, we'll discuss it right now. Later, there's a moment where he asks him, "Are you ashamed of me?"
Right.
Mm-hmm. And Moose says, "No, it's just that I'm busy with that." But then here comes the question. It's going to be a big question, topic of discussion, real quick, guys. Who's wrong in that situation?
Right.
Because, all right, Kevin's out, Moose is on DL, and it's like, Kevin's like, well, come out. I want you to, blah, blah, yada. And Moose is like, no.
Right.
So, is Moose wrong for not like, hey, this is our love? Or is Kevin wrong for like, hey, out yourself?
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like in this situation, it's like they're just wrong for each other, because they both have a point. Although it would be nice if we got to know Moose's point. Like, why is he afraid?
That's the thing.
Is it
because I don't think his parents or family will be upset with him.
Right, because is it his dad?
Yeah.
No. Is it his standing in the school? Like maybe because his dad's like ROTC army person, kind of. I don't know. It's like it could be that, but like just say that. Like, no, my father's whatever, so we can have a storyline about that. Not a whole storyline. I mean, like one scene, please. So we don't need a whole storyline.
Oh God, no.
But
I don't need to hear a whole story about how you're sneaking around. No. I need to have substance.
But yeah, and then of course, like they were already sneaking around before around Midge.
Oh yeah,
so
that's true.
So I don't know. Maybe Moose is just like likes to lie to people and likes to whatever. I don't know.
Moose is an F boy.
Yeah,
that may be
he's a little bit. He's a little bit.
Moose is just like, hey, I'm get it where I can get it.
Yeah.
Get it where I can.
I know that Kevin is in Riverdale where there's only like 12 people and 10 of them are dead.
Yeah,
but I feel like he might need to branch out and find someone.
He did.
He tried.
He tried. Yeah, he tried. I was gonna say he
did not work out
because he was on Grindr in the woods before getting murdered, just so he can meet up.
Don't do that. Don't.
Guys, you don't need it that bad. I don't care what happens in life. You don't need anything that bad that you're willing to put yourself in danger.
Right.
That's called addiction.
Yeah.
That's called addiction. So, funny enough, addiction. Well, anyway, moving on. Ethel has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
She has some kind of boyfriend.
His name is George Glass. See? Come on, anyone get that from no, Brady Bunch? George Glass.
His name is also
real.
Benjamin Button.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Which is a little strange name to give a totally random character.
Seriously, I was like, well, does he age on this one at all?
Yeah, it does play into a little bit of like the maybe Dilton's on the younger side looking for. Yeah.
Dilton? I'll tell you about Dilton in a second. We'll get to Dilton. Dilton. But Ethel.
Yes, another weirdo.
Happens to mention that she's she also plays a D&D game.
Mm-hmm. We decided it's a D&D game.
It's a D&D game. It's fine. But they found out that Ethel already showed up at the hospital earlier to visit.
Pay her respects.
Yes.
To her man.
Mm-hmm. And it was like, well, okay, now that we have this totem, we know exactly who it was. Mm-hmm. So let's go and see her. And they go and see her and they ask her about it. And immediately she's, here comes our. I don't want to say. Here's our plot device.
A plot device?
Because that's exactly what she was. It was
that's
like,
true.
Hey, Ethel, we haven't used you in a while. Want to be a plot device? Sure, screen time.
Yeah. Screen time, just to make your character even more awful.
Exactly.
Just to add on another dimension of your awfulness.
Oh, God. It's like every time you see her, you're just like, so someone clearly was watching Stranger Things when they were writing their episode. They were like, all right,
bring her back.
After that, she shows up, and then the upside down.
Nope, not that one.
All right, well, she's already in the show, and that was it. I think that's what happened.
I mean, but like, have you ever had a scene where like the three people in it wanted to be in it less? Like, Betty and Jughead did not even want to be having this conversation.
They clearly didn't, and she didn't want to.
Nope.
But they had to ask the question.
They were like, please, can you just answer the question? Yes. And then they wouldn't even like rephrase it. They'd just be like, I already asked it, just answer it, please.
I swear, I wanted to hear the bum of Law and Order. Yeah. They were like, can you just answer the question? Because she was just like, And finally we find out that she's definitely part of the D&D crew, and she's been there. She knows about the Gargoyle King, and she made a talisman or something like a totem,
little voodoo doll or whatever, to
kind of get the evil of him away.
Protect.
I was going to. I wanted to do the whole just... And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I wanted to have iced tea. So wait a minute. So what you're saying is, Dilton likes little boys. Is that what you're saying? 'Cause I don't understand how that happens. I don't understand how that's a thing. But I would love that. I would love that to be the case.
Is that one of your predictions? Turn out that Dilton liked little boys.
It turns out that Dilton was a horrible person. That's why he died off screen. I think so. But with that, it comes to that point where it's like you do kind of stop and you start to think ahead. Even beyond what we got going on in the show, you start to think ahead. And we get to our predictions. And it is kind of like in that moment with this whole thing about bringing in the talisman or the totem and all this, now we're getting further into the darker world.
Right.
You touched on it earlier. Is this just trying to give us the intro to Sabrina?
Right.
And that's a good option. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And I think and I hope and I pray that they will have their crossover for it. Because I know that Joe interviewed some people at NYCC, and it seems like the cast was trying to keep it tight-lipped, but could have actually given some stuff away. Well,
I love that. But there is a sense of obviously mysticism.
Yes.
And even if we don't see Sabrina 40 years old or whatever in Riverdale, to know that magic is still there, right? From Greendale and Riverdale. It's just a little, Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've been there before.
So.
We already went to Greendale, and that's pretty much where what's-her-name was almost hanging out. Penny was kind of hanging out. So, yeah, I mean, we know Greendale's this, and that's why they brought it up, and everything like that. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, I need to make sure that there is that connection.
Yeah.
So I am praying that your prediction is right. I'm praying that they're just doing this to slightly give us an introduction to Sabrina. Because if so, I'm in for it.
Right.
I'm definitely happy. I want it, and I want to see it. I like it. Speaking of likes, what I need to make sure you guys do is like this video. I'm just saying, just do that. It makes me feel better. But moving on. Archie's bunkmate, no, I'm going to move on from Archie's bunkmate. I think I covered him too much.
We loved him.
Yeah.
We lost him.
I will say what was interesting was the one speech that Archie gave that pretty much seems like he just changed the whole idea of rehabilitation in the jail.
That was incredible.
And it was just like...
He's so powerful.
Yeah, but he said nothing. He said nothing.
He's like, let's play football.
Yes! That's all he did.
Yeah.
Let's play football. But, actually, you know what? I did mention Archie's roommate. And the reason I wanted to mention Archie's bunkmate was because of the whole thing about him being beaten. And when he sees it, he starts telling him, well, what are you trying to do? Why, what do you want to achieve here? And why would you allow this? And blah, blah, blah. And Archie thinks to himself, I can change everything. And that's what gave him the motivation to give that stupid speech. That immediately, I'm telling you guys, we watch Riverdale every week, and the one person that I wish wasn't on the show is the person that's a protagonist on the show.
Poor Archie.
I'm sorry. He is a tool for everyone to
now,
use.
I have to say, I do actually like Archie. I'm alone in the world. I like Archie just because he's so. I have a thing for dumb boys. I don't know what it is.
Okay,
if you're dumb and I can train you, Veronica, you see, I relate to this. So then I'm like, oh, sweet baby, you're so dumb. I just want to help you.
So dumb. I just want to lead you somewhere.
And you know what else? I also may be somewhat alone in the world, just because all the other ships are so much more popular. And of course, Riverdale is the most popular thing, so everything on it is popular. But I do love Archie and Veronica together.
That is one thing I love to death. Everyone talks so much mess about it, but I am like, those two are great together.
Yeah.
Those two are great. Because, yes, she is very mafioso and blah, blah, but yet, here goes her heart. Here goes her heart. Every time she's like, I can go so far into the darkness and never come back, here goes Archie like, Veronica? And she's like, I can't do it. Every time. Wait. Oh, boy. Okay, wait. So producer Josh, has to automatically throw shade here. If you like dumb boys, you and Daniel will get along just fine. Look.
Maybe that's why you have something against Archie. You see yourself in him.
Well, actually, funny enough, they say when someone does hate something, it is because what they do see is themselves in that in some type of way. That's very true. I mean, rather.
You're seeing it already. You're visualizing.
Oh my god! I realize it's not my body.
Yeah.
I realize that much. That's weird. Miles away from that. And I'm definitely not a ginger. So maybe it is his stupid innocence that somehow matches along with me. But I gotta say, he does play the role well. Bravo to the actor. Because you have created a character that he knows is heavily manipulated and still always tries to figure out what's the best thing to do. All he wants to do is what's right. But he keeps failing because he veers off because everyone else's intentions are stronger than his. Yeah. And that's the thing about his character, which I love. It's almost Dickensian.
Yeah.
It almost is. It
True.
really is.
Yeah.
And that's
or like Sisyphus trying to push that rock up.
Yes,
you know?
Every time.
Like,
every time.
What do you guys like Archie or do you hate Archie? What are your Archie feelings?
Let us know. Because I want to know what you guys think about Archie. If you're down for him or if you're not down for him, let us know. We want to know for sure. But moving on to the episode, after the speech and making everyone rethink rehabilitation, Betty and Jughead sneak out to find the Gargoyle King. We got to see him. And it wasn't just a moment where it was like, you kind of saw him in the dark. No,
he was like waddling out after them.
They made sure to flash a light on him. And I was like very Blair Witch, very just every other movie with a monster in the woods. And I was like, thank you. No joke.
That's what you wanted.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they were like, we're just going to go for it. And if you figure out that it's a man in a mask and blah, 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 it will be easily explained. If we don't figure out that it's that and it is a monster, it's still something you can accept.
Right.
And I love that part. It was like, we're going to go for it and we're not going to pull any punches.
Right.
And I was like, thank you guys. Thank the production team, thank the writers, thank everyone else for just saying, yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, I have to say, like, extra thing that I loved about him, about this Gargoyle King, is that, like, he can't just, like, catch them, right? He's not, like, OP. So it's like, okay. They're like, oh, at least he's slow. At least we escape with our lives.
Oh, my God. She was like, are you seeing this? They didn't run. They were, oh, my God. Like, I want that to happen one day for us. I want us to be like, Tatiana, are you seeing this? Oh, my God. Look at that.
And then we don't have to do anything to make it out.
No, we'll just flash a light at it and look at it a little bit. Hold on. I got camera.
Oh, my God, we gotta go.
Oh, my God. Hold on, I gotta tweet it.
Yeah, let me tweet about it first. Let me Periscope it. Okay, guys, good. Everyone, you seeing this?
Instagram Live? Okay, good. And we moved on from there. Ryan Infinity Wizard Thomas says,
that's a great name.
Archie, exactly. It is. I do love it. He has good names. He always changes the name every week or something. Oh,
I like that.
Always good.
Yeah, keeping it fresh.
Exactly. And immediately he says, I want Archie to be fresh out of jail. And I'm like, yes.
I want that too.
I agree. Now, when we get him out of jail, do we want Archie to still be tougher and possibly more street smart? Or do we still want that innocent Archie?
I love my innocent Archie, but it would probably be better for the show. It'd probably be better for the show.
No, I think it's better for the show if he stays innocent.
Yeah.
Because he needs to be the heart of the show, where everyone else is so easily corrupted.
That's true.
Archie isn't. Archie's manipulated, but not corrupted.
That's right.
He's
like,
what I love.
He's a little bit like Rubber, right? Like, they take him out one way, and then he comes back, and he's still the same Archie.
Yes.
Like, it's almost like he didn't spend a season being Mafia Don for Veronica's dad.
Was he in the Mafia? I didn't know that. I don't know. Like, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
You see him there, you're like, what? Like, trust me, weeks from now, we'll be like, he murdered someone?
No, right. Who else would put themselves in jail on purpose because they could have murdered someone?
There you
like,
go.
I didn't kill anybody, but I could have. I was like, what?
And that's my problem. That's my curse. Drama.
Yeah.
Like, that's exactly it. That's exactly what he did. But you gotta love him. He's got the heart for the show. You know? He's idealistic and he's gonna make things happen. Oh, boy. So, we have a moment where Betty and Jughead then go back after being afraid of the Gargoyle King. They realize, well, we'll do it during the day. He won't be able to get us in. Very smart. And they get to that bunker. And when they're in the bunker, they start seeing all the stuff that's happening there. There's like rhymes and limericks on the wall. There's drink the correct cup. Okay. I am not going to join a team or a club or play a D&D game that requires me to possibly drink cyanide or arsenic.
No.
I'm not doing it.
No.
I'm not. But apparently, They've done it.
Yeah, that's a thing.
And
I just want to know, like, who is the ringleader of this? Because if it was Dilton, then these guys are a bunch of, like,
yeah, well, you don't
dummies.
follow the guy that died.
Yeah, like,
but
this is, like, the least
the
charismatic person.
The mastermind is Ethel.
Is Ethel?
That's it.
Please.
She's the one that's still alive.
She's still alive. That's true.
They're like, here, guys, drink the arsenic. She was like, I don't like this relationship anymore. Let's play a game, guys. Drink the right cup. Thank God I poisoned both of them. I mean, here you guys go. And then they drank it, and then they died with the bile coming out of their mouths and blah, blah. And now she's single.
Yeah. I mean, that's one way to do it.
That's right. I mean, hey. You don't want to be the person that has to break up with
That's
someone.
right. It's better to just give them the arsenic.
It's better to let them, either like you do something bad enough where they're like, I don't like you anymore. You're like, oh, well, all right. That's life. Like Seinfeld or something. But instead, she shows murder. So it's an option.
It's an option. You're throwing it out there. It's possible.
I think that it's funny that she drunk the right cup and both of these two drunk the wrong cup.
Well.
Oh, God. Yeah, right? Well, that happens. And once again, while in the bunker, they meet a kid. Mm-hmm. Freaked me out.
Had you forgotten that someone was missing?
Dude, yeah, I did forget that kid was missing. I did, and then here goes the missing kid. Mm. And why? Because he's part of the D&D crew. Mm-hmm. So apparently, he drunk the right cup.
Yeah, I guess there was several right cups.
Yeah. And once again, Dilton and the other dude drunk the wrong cups. And that's why they were all poisoned and dead and everything like that. But, okay. We're going to talk about this.
Okay, I'm ready.
Dilton's a grown man. At least. Roughly,
Right.
That's a kid.
Yeah. Is that Dilton's partner?
Last time I checked, sometimes someone would look and be like, why is this grown-up hanging out with a kid?
That's true.
The thing is, he's a troop leader. My thing is, Dilton always kind of gave me the weird vibe.
Yes.
Dilton was a diddler.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, he gave me a weird vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true, but it feels that way.
Hopefully we find out one way or the other.
I don't know.
Let's put that to bed. Let's find out.
So, from there, we go back to the prison. Or, I'm sorry, juvie.
Juvie, right.
And
not prison. Even though it was more hardcore than Oliver Queen's time in the actual prison.
Yes, it was.
That's fine.
And Archie has now made this football game a thing. And they were playing the football game. And sure enough, he had a conversation with Veronica. And Veronica heard him when he said, oh, man.
They need to get those spirits up.
Who else needs a good pep squad or something like that? She heard it, took it to heart, and brought the girls down. And they gave it a performance.
Yep. And they brought the house down.
I don't know if that's what you want to call it, but they gave a performance.
They gave a performance. That's what you'd call it.
No, they did a great job.
They did a great job.
They did an amazing job.
Like, it doesn't
They
even
brought Josie out.
Yeah, they did. Exactly. That's how special it was. Josie got to sing.
Josie's like, hey, guys, I got screen time, huh? She sung a bit, and everyone was happy. Everything was going great. Yeah. The guys were just hooting and hollering, but then immediately they went back because they need to play the game.
Right.
It's about
the game.
They
were filled with pep.
Yes, they were. Yeah. They were like, now I got the pep. Now I need to do something with it. And they're ready to play the game, which worked out well because immediately while they started playing the game and things are going well, here comes Veronica's father.
The party pooper.
I can't believe it.
I'm tired of him.
I can't believe it. But he knows how jail works, and he says they need a lesson. So you're gonna learn today. And he arranged something with a business partner, or a friend, as he says, to make sure things worked out well. That's what he told her. And sure enough, he brings out that smile.
Yep.
Mark Consuelos can give us that deadly smile and do that whole thing. I don't know what you're talking about the whole time. And yet I agree I agree with him completely. Like, he doesn't know.
He does, right. An innocent angel.
Yes. Come on.
Yeah, when he was like, I'm tired of you wasting your life on this criminal. I, who know nothing of crime, would never.
You wouldn't know nothing of crime. You are so perfect. I agree with you, Mark Consuelos. Like, no, because literally, when he did give that speech, come on, dude. And a criminal, and Daddy, what are you?
Yeah, right? Like, wait a second. It's like the right kind of criminal.
Right, exactly. So then immediately, he says his lines, and the guards come out ready to beat somebody down.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
They come through just whacking away.
Right, because it was a riot. Because the football game was a riot,
The
apparently.
football game was a riot. That's their excuse. loose.
Yeah.
So that's the way it works. I hate to see what happens when someone says that in his restroom.
Oh my God.
I don't know. He's like,
Yeah.
we're just in a rest. What? And that's it. You're done.
That was really upsetting to see. I was like, why?
It was, but I love the fact that Archie was able to hold his own against at least 3 officers before he went down.
That's true.
I was like,
Archie was putting in the work.
Archie, you are learning, man. You are learning. I like that. I see that. I respect you.
He's moving up in your esteem.
Yeah, exactly,
I like it.
You know?
I like it.
You're smart. You're respectful. I appreciate you. No, DJ Khaled on it.
Wow.
So we ultimately, so now we know that, of course, Lodge has his hand in everything, and that's just the way things work. But we get to go back to the parents because we know that we're getting an episode soon where the kids are going to play the roles of the parents.
Oh, okay. So the kids are going to be the parents. Okay, that's exciting.
It's going to be a flashback. And here goes the parents having a meeting. And it's an ominous meeting with all the parents. So you see the generation before. And look at the way they're all seated and placed. It just, I know something has to go on with exactly how they're seated and placed.
Right. That's some kind of like cult thing going
Yeah, it feels like it, right?
Yeah.
And there are phrases that are said here that are going to be important. And if you guys didn't get them, we got them for you. First off, in the woods with blue lips is very important.
Yep.
When they said that, everyone reacted when she was like, well, they were found in the woods with blue lips.
White Walkers.
Exactly. There you go. I'm telling you. They were like, oh my God.
Yeah, they all knew what that meant.
Oh my God, you're right. This Game of Thrones coming back. I don't know. Oh, okay. Oh my God. I think that's what they were thinking about. But then the parents, clearly, somehow they made a pact. I don't know what. But they did mention it about like, well, we made sure that this wasn't supposed to happen again. Again. So now it becomes something. When they're talking about the Gargoyle King, the Blue Lips, we made sure that didn't happen again. And it says all our children are in danger. So why is it specifically your children? Are they just saying that for the town or what? But the thing is, now it becomes a concern because now we're having a generational thing coming in. So now going that, we go right back to predictions just for a minute.
Okay.
What do you think is going to happen?
Well,
are you going to lean more towards supernatural or logical? What are you going to do?
I hope it leans more towards the supernatural. Okay. But
I'll play the anti and I'll give one. I'll give one that's not supernatural.
Yeah, I feel like it could be, like they had, like you play the Ouija board or whatever when you're little, when you're young, I guess, not little. But so someone did some kind of accidental summoning of like a spirit or a demon or something, and then they had to get rid of that, right? Like It style. With the power of love,
of course,
or something, and then they agreed never to speak of it again, right? Like because I don't know, maybe they thought they would get in trouble, like maybe someone died or something happened, and they were the ones that brought the situation. So then that's why they were not supposed to speak about it ever again. But now they're gonna have to do the, I don't know, ring around the rosies one more time.
The cooling spell.
Exactly. The sealant.
Yeah, so they can and now it's down in this jar. That could be the case. I feel that possibly it may be the guy in charge of Forever, Never, Ever, Forever, whatever his name is. I feel that he is also the Gargoyle King.
Okay.
And the reason he is the Gargoyle King is because I think all those kids, I Know What You Did Last Summer, or Freddy thing, and they killed his father.
Okay.
And now he's come back to town to actually wreak havoc and destroy Riverdale from the inside out. So I'm going to go ahead and create a cult with floating babies. And then on top of that,
floating babies.
That's the plan. You
gotta have the floating babies.
All right.
So it'll kind of be like what they thought the Black Hood was. Like the reality of the Black Hood would now be.
Yes, that's it. So he does that. He creates a cult. Besides creating the cult, he goes on and says, now I have to also corrupt their own children. And I want to do this, and I want to have them die, and I want this, and I want that. So he's doing all of this to just destroy what Riverdale thought it was and expose it for what it is, which is a bunch of horrible people that are just overprivileged, and they clearly killed his parents.
Right.
That's what I think.
All right.
Doesn't mean that's the case, and I can be completely wrong. But I would love that.
Yeah, I mean, it's very plausible. You've definitely worked out a whole, and also like the escalation. Like every season, it's like a larger scale. Yeah. So like next season, it'll just be like Riverdale versus the world.
Yeah, well, that'll be it. And it's just like everyone's like down with Riverdale, and they're like, get out of Riverdale.
Exactly.
Just one of those. But moving on from there, we also found out, which I forgot to mention, what we did kind of mention it. Are we agreed with Evelyn is giving everyone seizures?
Evelyn is giving people seizures,
Okay.
and she's the daughter of cult dude, right?
Exactly.
So she's like learning the cult ways from her cult dad. For sure.
Dude, this seizure was much different than the one that Betty had, and I think the reason for it is because she wanted to show off even more. And then you saw it where it was like Betty saw Ethel.
Yeah, Ethel.
Started to react, started to shake, and then Ethel's hand goes up.
Yep.
What?
That was weird. That was like a symbol or a signal or something.
Yeah, right? Like almost like literally being pulled up like puppet strings.
Yeah.
And she's and then she gets up and then falls.
And then you have Evelyn just there, not even making a move towards her.
No, she's standing there, but it's like, is Evelyn afraid? Is she shocked?
Right, that's the thing.
Is it anything?
Yeah.
It was almost like she didn't emote at all.
Yeah. If she's not pulling the strings, then she's a victim of the situation as well. And so, it's like her dad doing all the things, and then she's like immobilized because she's been under her dad's spell for
I
however
like
long.
that.
So,
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. That could be it too. Ooh. See, there's so much that could be going on. But so we did get that, and then also we have to go to the guy who committed suicide.
Oh, that's right.
Now, that moment when he's sitting there on the windowsill, I looked and I was like, they're not going to be able to hit someone's eye. I could see it already. While we were watching, our producer Josh was like, why aren't they itching closer? And I'm like, dude, he's gonna fall no matter what. They could have gotten there right on time and actually been shaking his hand. He was like, oh, okay, it's great.
Time to fall, yeah. Hold him down with him.
Yeah, exactly. He was dedicated. And that's something that you can't stop. When somebody wants to do particular things, they will do particular things.
Especially if they're being controlled by a gargoyle king that looks like a tree.
Come on. He was saying all these things. Dude, he was gone. He was already gone from the moment he woke up, and we knew it. And that's where you actually see it. It becomes, well, now the Gargoyle King is definitely real, he's powerful, and he's dangerous. And we know for sure once he just takes his leap right off that window.
Yeah.
And that was it. So I was, with that being the case, and the show simply ends.
Yep. With like Betty and Jughead like holding each other, like, oh, another one.
Well, we're safe. Yeah, that's true. So, with that being the case, do you have any idea what may come for the next episode? Did you watch the preview?
I watched the preview, but I feel like I was in shock from the end of the episode. So, like, I don't remember what happened.
Oh, jeez.
So you did not watch the preview.
Okay, no, I did not.
Yeah.
I love speculation.
Speculating based on
this didn't give me anything to speculate what the next episode could be.
It's super hard.
So I'm gonna watch the preview. Yeah. I will. But
I mean, we know that Archie's going to be stuck now in the cycle that Mad Dog was, so that's going to be.
Very true.
And Veronica is faking.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
These are the things I pay attention to, Archie.
Oh boy.
But anyway, so Veronica is now what's her, Mad Dog. Poor Mad Dog.
Mad Dog's dead.
He deserved better. Deserved better, but that's fine.
Yeah.
So something's gonna go down there. I'm sure her dad's gonna pull another string.
Yep,
but like for Betty and Jughead, like, what's the next step there? Like, that's 2 deaths.
Yeah, right.
They've been, and like, is anyone suspecting Jughead? Like, this is 2 deaths that Jughead's been like witness to.
After a while, they're like, "Hey, they're a death, and you happen to be the only thing that really." Wait a minute.
Exactly.
Where were you? I know where you were. You were there when he died.
Exactly. Like, at some point, someone's gotta like be looking at Jughead sideways.
Yeah. I'm gonna say in real life they're like, well, Jughead would already be in jail.
Yeah.
That's it. They're just like, well, you did it. Case closed, guys. We all gotta take care of it. Jughead's a killer.
Jughead's like, right? At this point. Yeah, it'll be revealed that, like, I don't know if you read the comics at all, the werewolf Jughead.
Oh,
like, Jughead the Hunger.
Okay.
Like, that's what's going on. At the end of the season, it'll be revealed that actually Jughead's been killing everyone from the start.
It's from the beginning. Jughead the Hunger. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh my god, but then it would have to be that moment where Archie kills him.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
He has to give him the silver bullet. Ooh, this is so tough. That's a hard story too, but I loved it. My gosh, I just don't know what in the world is going to happen. I do love the similarity here of mother, father, like, the
cross
generation.
purposes,
yeah.
It's like, the love that couldn't be fulfilled in our generation is fulfilled in the next.
There, exactly. Come on.
I don't know what teen shows love that.
But I think on the flashback, oh my god.
Oh, that's right. They're gonna be playing FP and Alice.
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Yes.
That's gonna be kind of weird.
Who's going to be playing the Black Hood though?
Oh, that's a good question.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I wonder who's going to play the Black Hood. Is he even going to be there? I want them to have that moment where the Black Hood has that argument. I forgot his real name. Black Hood or the Daddy Blossom. Whatever. No,
Daddy Blossom.
He's not a Blossom. But,
well, isn't he a little bit of a Blossom? Or no, it's her that she's a little bit of a Blossom.
Yeah, she's a little bit
of a
Blossom.
okay.
Well, no, he is.
No, it's him because it's the Coopers and the
Yep,
Blossoms.
that's right.
Yeah.
But so Papa Cooper, it has that argument under the bleachers with her, and it's about the abortion thing.
Yep.
And then I want that moment where Skeet Ulrich, or well, now Jughead, would walk into that scene and kind of look and give her a knowing look where it's like, you're going to abort the child, but it's my kid. And then he walks away. And you're like, I knew it! So that's why she was so worried about Chick. And she told him Chick was like,
Yeah.
it just wasn't the real Chick. That's all. We're going to find him. And we're going to find him. And it's going to be like, boom, I knew it. But everyone already knew by that. So with this episode being set, we're already asking, and thank you, Ryan, for already jumping in and giving us this right off the bat. How many ginger snaps do you guys give this episode? We're going to go out of 5. Ryan went all the way up and said give it a 7 because he thought the episode was amazing. We appreciate it, Ryan. 7 is a lot to do. I'm not going to do all 7. It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
I've already
5,
lost
6,
count.
7.
Yeah, I've already lost count.
I gave it to you. 7. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So with this, everything that plays out in the episode, we want to know from you guys. So let us know how many ginger snaps you're giving this episode.
Out of 5.
Let us know out of 5.
Out of 5.
How many ginger snaps? That means you like them. 1 being, you didn't like it at all, or 0 being you didn't like it at all, and then 5 being you loved it. So how many ginger snaps are you giving it? With this episode being what it was, being, this is only the second?
It was only the second episode, yeah. And it felt like we were deep in there.
Yeah. With it being what it was and giving us all this exposition and even answering some questions and even bringing a whole lot more, what do you give this episode?
I feel like I'm going to give it 4 ginger snaps.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was really like... I was not expecting to enjoy the storyline.
Okay.
Going in like, okay. And then I had seen that little clip of them at the jail before, and I was like, where is this going? I really thought it was going, they were like going to try to break out of the jail.
Yeah,
and I was like, I don't want this! I clicked out, and I was like, no! But it turned out so much better than I thought. Like, everything like flowed together, I didn't feel any part dragging.
Ooh,
so,
good. I like it. See, for me, I think, same thing. I saw the trailer, and I was like, Shawshank Redemption meets like Prison Break. He's gonna have like tattoos on his back. Guys, this is how we get out of here. Just tell me where I go, left or right, like whatever, something like that. I didn't know, but I thought it was gonna be some weird, horrible mix of both of them, and I was gonna hate it. No, it was not. It was a great little homage to Shawshank Redemption, and even beyond that, everything else that was happening outside of the jail was good. It was entertaining and interesting. Yeah. I didn't have moments where I was going to hate the show or poop on it. No, I loved every bit. So for me, I'm gonna do it.
All the way, 5. Oh my god. That's nice. I'm only deducting points because of Ethel creepiness and because there's never enough Josie. That's the only reason I'm deducting points. But otherwise, I'm totally with you.
Okay. I understand. Well, in the chat, it doesn't seem like anyone else is really ready to run and tell us what's going on. Most everyone seems to be from the East Coast, so they may be asleep.
Oh, that's true. You have to tell us tomorrow. Then.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell us in the comments and let us know exactly how many ginger snaps you would give it. Once again, Ryan gave it 7. Dude loved it beyond anything else.
Edward
Sanchez Productions.
5.
That means this episode is Edward Sanchez approved, which means it's a great episode. 5 ginger snaps from Edward Sanchez. It's beautiful, man. Okay, see, at least we agree.
Yeah.
It was a good episode.
Yeah.
So,
you're on the same level.
Exactly. So, tell everyone where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me at Marcella's Ear on Twitter and Instagram. MYRCELLAS Ear. And that is a Game of Thrones song with my reference. Yeah.
My God. I love that.
Thank you.
Also, where else can we find you on that hashtag show?
On that hashtag show?
I'm the superhero show.
Yeah, oh, that's right. Haha, superhero show on Thursdays. I was like, what does this mean? I don't get it. So tomorrow night, I'll be talking about all things superhero at 9 p.m. Pacific.
That's right. Oh, I can't wait to see it. And, well, for me, I'm here on that hashtag show. You'll find me walking around, usually jumping into other people's shows because I live here. But I'm Battlestar Galactica on Instagram, and on Twitter I am that hashtag BSG. So find me there. That's how I'll communicate with people. Mostly I just use the Instagram, and
Telepathy.
You can also find me you can find me on THS Hashtaggers, but I know we'll be able to find you writing an article on that hashtag.
That's correct.
.com.
That's right.
That's right.
I will probably be writing Riverdale articles.
There you go. So you'll get a lot more insight, and you'll be able to keep the conversation going right there on thathashtagshow.com, where if you love Gingerdale and you love Riverdale, you'll be able to get deeper into it with an article from one of the hosts of the show.
Yes.
Which is good. You're an expert. So
Aww.
it makes sense. It makes sense.
Thank you.
Also, you can keep the conversation going with THS Hashtaggers. It's a group on Facebook where we go ahead and get like-minded geeks together, talk about like-minded geek stuff, comics, television, film, books, board games, I don't know, card deck building games, whatever it is.
As long as they're geeky?
Exactly. So you can check us out there. And last but not least, don't forget, it's apparently, I've been told it's legal to be nude, so you should always wear a shirt. One of the best.
Oh, it's
places
illegal
to
to be
get-
nude.
That's what I heard.
I definitely heard that it was legal to be nude,
Well,
and I was like,
that's-
I'm ready.
well,
Let's go.
okay, well,
But no.
So
Sorry.
there you go. So everyone now pay attention to buying shirts and possibly make sure to buy her one so she's not just running around.
I might just rip it off. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. The clothes constrain me.
You can head on over to tpublic.com/thathashtag-show and you can get one of our amazing shirts. We have limited edition shirts there. A lot of the Power Ranger mashups that are doing great. People love them. You're seeing Rangers wearing them and everyone else. You can wear one too. So head over there. Go ahead. The description is in the link below. So go over there and get it. And I mean, the link is in the description below. I'm saying everything backwards. You can go there and get a shirt. So, with that being said, I want to say thank you. We are Gingerdale, and you are the fans watching us. We appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture.
That was horrible. Thumbs up.